Hi, this is Suzanne Reel with Lubelee.com, and thanks for joining us. We're in week 2 of our 6-week countdown to the fall selling season. While back to school, Halloween, the holidays, winter, everything seems far away right now, it really isn't. Now is the time to get ready to take advantage of your opportunity to sell your used and no longer needed children's clothing online. So let me see. I have a question for you. We, what I want to know is, did you find it all last week? Find it was the theme last week. Evaluate it this week. Remember to look in those nooks and crannies, places you might not even think of. A hallway closet where you've shoved some shoes or coats or something. Maybe some things went to grandma's house or another parent's house. This stuff, children's clothing has a way of just like it has legs or something. You can find it everywhere. So you might want to just think again this week too, if you did in fact find it all. This week we're going to touch everything in your pile and evaluate it. You're going to need 10 minutes to an hour, depending on how big your pile is. So let's get started. We're looking at brands this week, and remember we're focusing on children's clothing. This is preemie to size 20 youth. That's as high as it goes. There's definitely overlap with junior sizing, but we're not looking at juniors or women's. We're really focused on children's clothing here. And at this time, this week, we're going to don't worry about it now. Don't worry about the seasons. We'll worry about when you're going to sell it next time. Right now, I don't want you to worry about putting things in a Christmas pile or a Halloween pile or anything like that. I do want you to look at condition though this week. For condition, you're definitely going to be able to consider selling anything new with tags, new without tags, minimal wear, meaning it was only washed and worn 1, 2, or maximum 3 times. What we call worn with love, which is actually still in very good condition, but has actually been washed and worn more than 3 times. Or last time around, it's on the borderline, but it's a desirable brand and more than likely somebody would be interested in it. Definitely not anything if it's stained, permanently stained, or soiled, or faded, or torn, or flawed. These do not sell well online, and you're better off putting them in your no pile for right now. Okay, so we're actually creating, if you caught on, 2 piles this week. This is the only thing you're going to do is create your 2 piles. You're going to have your yes and maybe pile together, and you're going to have your definite no pile. Okay, so let's talk about brands. In your yes pile, definitely, if you're lucky enough to have these in your closet, your higher end and couture designer brands from Neiman's, Saks, Barney's, even Nordstrom and Bloomingdale's. A lot of these have standalone stores on Fifth Avenue is one way I like to think about it. But this is Christian Dior, Gucci, Burberry, Versace, all of these really higher end, some of them even haute couture brands. But this also includes Ralph Lauren, True Religion, Miss Me, UGG, Us Angels, Lilly Pulitzer, and more. These are typically always found at the higher end department stores. Now, you're also going to include your boutique brands. Now, believe it or not, there's like 1 to 2,000 of these available in the US alone, some of them being imported, but available in all the children's clothing boutiques across the country. Different brands in different regions. Some of these are the more popular ones that I've listed here, like Cash Cash, Dupardue, Biscotti, Ketamini, etc. But there are many, many, many of these, and we have a brand list, which I'll refer to at the end, that will help you out here with this too. The other thing you're going to want to put in your yes list are your name brands that you find at the malls. Gap, Gymboree, Abercrombie Kids, Hannah Anderson, Minnie Bowden, not so much at our malls here, but definitely a name brand, and these all hold their resale value pretty well. Don't forget the sportswear name brands like Nike, Obermeyer, Reebok, Burton, Pony, etc. a side note here I want to bring up is the difference in some of these stores at the malls between children's sizing and junior sizing, okay? We're talking here about Abercrombie Kids, not Abercrombie or Hollister. We're talking PS by Aeropostale, not Aeropostale. And 77 Kids, which has actually even baby sizing, but not about its parent brand, American Eagle. Okay, so your maybe brands. Here we go. The medium range department stores, Macy's, Dillard's, Lord and Taylor, huge chains, huge stores, they will carry an overlap of the brands we just talked about at the higher end department stores. They'll also carry some, I find some random brand names at these stores that are really unknown and maybe experiments, I'm not sure. But they also, many of them have their own lines. Macy's has Green Dog, Dillard's has Copper Key, Lord & Taylor has Angelfish. Usually not do these sell well online, but I want you to keep them in your maybe pile for now, okay? Other name brands that are maybes, in my book anyway, The Children's Place, Old Navy, Justice, Carter's, and Oshkosh. Why they're maybes is because the brands can be sold online, but not in its entirety. Whereas pretty much anything, Gymboree, for example, can go well online. Not everything from the Children's Place is going to sell well online, but some of it will. Okay, for now, just put it all in your maybe pile. The same thing with the mail order family brands, LL Bean and Land's End. Not all of it is going to sell really well online, but some of it will. So let's put it in your maybe pile. And as well as your outlet brands. For example, Gymboree outlet is not going to sell as well as Gymboree. Gap outlet is not going to sell as well as the Gap outlet. But I don't want you to discard it into the no pile just yet. Handmade or ethnic, these are not, we don't let you list these on Lubelee yet anyway. We're actually looking at how we could do that. But you may be able to sell it elsewhere and keep it in your maybe pile right now if you have something that you're considering letting go. But you may be, if it was expensive, very high quality, or it has just a great story and is a very unique item. So here is my yes maybe pile. This is sitting in my spare bedroom right now. And now let's talk about the no's. Okay? No, the lower end department store brands, the things that are available only at these stores like JCPenney, Sears, and I even include Kohl's there. But we're talking brands like Sonoma, Mud, So, Arizona, Okie Dokie, Dockers, etc. Another no that I want you to put in the no pile, Walmart, Kmart, Target brands, the big box stores. So these are Faded Glory, Garanimals, Route 66, Circo, Cherokee, etc. And then what I call the grocery store brands. I mean, like, do you have a big grocery store chain in your region that also, kind of has like a Target type store attached or something? It's maybe kind of like a Walmart where you can buy food and groceries at the same time. Well, any place where you can push a cart around and put food and groceries in the cart at the exact same time, I pretty much can guarantee 99% of the time that that clothing will not hold its value well and therefore not sell well online. So here's my no pile that I'll be sorting with you next week. And meanwhile, again, if you have questions about brands, please go to lubelee.com, go to customer care, and there's a little section over here called brand details. Here's the exact URL where you can pull up our list of over 1,200 brands we've currently reviewed and added to our menus, and we believe are good brands to consider selling online and will hold some resale value for you. Okay, so you can reference that list if you're not sure. So I want to wish you good luck with this step. Again, only 10 minutes to an hour. And please, if you have any questions, contact us, leave a comment on our blog, leave a comment on our Facebook page, or just email us a question and we'll get right back to you at customercare@lubelee.com. Okay? So good luck. I'll see you next week and look forward to sorting it with you in step 3. Okay? Thanks a lot. Bye for now.